Coming from the Caveman Studios in Buffalo, New York. Welcome to Caveman Corner with your host, Jeff.
Captain Caveman!
Thanks.
Click subscribe and the bell. Do it now!
It's cold, it's snowy, it's Buffalo, but you know what that means? It means it's time for another Caveman's Corner. Today we got the Art of Combat special. We got Travis Ruvolo.
Ruvolo, yes, sir.
Oh, I get it wrong every time. We got Cory Pipher, and we got Christine Curtis. And we're going to have an amazing show today. Your guys' gym produces some of the toughest people that we get in K-4. Travis is like this guy that's sitting out in a Kimura, like totally extended Kimura, doesn't tap out. Cory fights everyone. He fought some of the best guys in K4. He stands and bangs. He's got power in both hands. And Christine is new, but hopefully we see that she's just as tough as all the other Art of Combat guys. So what makes you guys so tough? What do you guys do in training that there's that no quit attitude in all of you?
We beat on each other.
Basically, yeah. I mean, we just keep going until, I don't know, Travis has to go to work.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, but yeah, seriously, our coaches are amazing. They're highly skilled. They have a lot of experience. They beat on us. They beat on us hard, and you know, it's good.
That's awesome. I haven't seen too much of the Insider Gym. All the stuff that I've seen is really Travis's IG and like all the stuff that he posts. It looks like it's cold in there. Is it cold in there?
It goes with the seasons, yeah. It's hot in the summer, cold in the winter.
Man, you guys should come train with us. We put the heat up all the way as high as it goes. We like it hot in there. The summertime is pretty brutal though. Ray almost has a heart attack every time all the Burger King sweat comes right out of him.
Oh, yeah.
So let's break down your fights. Christine, you're gonna be one of the two ladies fights on the cards, and that's pretty exciting to us. You're fighting Bacardi Parati. What is your debut gonna be like?
Time will tell. Time will tell. I'm really excited. I'm grateful. She looks worthy. I can't wait to get in there and just fight her, you know, and go all out, have fun with it, see what happens.
Yeah.
What, Ray?
How you doing with the weight cut?
Christine?
Oh, me? I don't have to
Yes.
cut. Yeah, so I run right around 114 to 117 all the time. So I'm right
Wow.
there. Yeah.
So
Cool.
you're a pretty small lady. No offense. Like I think that's okay to say, right? I think it's only bad to say ladies are fat, right? It's okay
Yeah,
to
we don't
say
like
they're
that.
small.
Say that.
So what's it like training with a bunch of guys? Do you have to go get other female sparring partners? Do you just spar with the guys? What do you do to get your training in?
Yeah, I spar the guys. When I was just starting, we had a couple females hanging around. But for at least a year or more, it's been just me and the guys. And I love it. It's good. Probably good for me.
Do you receive a lot of injuries just sparring with these giant guys? I mean, look at Cory next to you. His head looks bigger than your whole body.
He's got a big head. Yeah. Jacob gave me a black eye, knee to the face. That was a nice shiner for a couple of weeks. I get beat up. I get bruises all over, but it's good.
Well, she hits pretty hard. No, she hits harder than most people in the gym.
We warn new people when they come in.
Yeah.
Watch
Yeah.
your Christine. It's deceptive.
Yeah, I bet. How's it for you guys training with her? Do you guys have to take it easy? I know, like, I got a little girl in our gym too, a little woman in our gym too, and she's kind of a savage too. Like these small package girls like really throw everything they got into the shots. Is it tough to train with someone so little to watch your power because they're hitting you like a dude hit you?
I mean, you definitely got to stay aware. Like I said, she hits really hard. I've seen her give somebody a bloody nose before.
I just stay away from her. I circle away.
Yeah, I gotta tell Travis, my opponent's not gonna run away from me. Come on, fight me, bro. They're gentlemen, but my coach Eric, he'll really give it to me. Pete, he'll rough me up, and they some days they take it easy on me more than others. I'll say. If I've been beat on day after day, they might, take it chill for a week or two.
I like that. Travis, you are fighting a person from her gym as well. You're fighting Anthony Rowe, and you're taking him on an MMA. Are you guys like scouting their social media or doing film study? What are you guys doing to break down your opponent's film?
Travis, you first.
Couldn't really find any film on him. Yeah, we couldn't find any film on him, so we just been training. A lot of wrestling, jiu-jitsu, some stand-up. Just normal everyday training. Can't find any tape on him, so
Hey, Travis.
just train for the fight.
Hey, Travis.
Yeah.
All I gotta say, if you don't beat him, you should retire.
I've said that to Corey.
You don't have to worry about that,
Yeah.
Travis.
I don't
said that to
think
Corey,
he's
too.
talking about you, Travis. I think he's talking about your opponent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't a shot at you. That's a shot at your opponent.
Yeah.
Ray's firing shots over at Anthony Rowe. He's not firing shots at you. Just so you're aware.
Okay. All right. No, I said the same thing. Corey said. I don't know if I lose this one. I got a whole nother year.
I called your opponent's last fight. He fought Mike Bernard, who's a fucking stud, and dude, he got picked up. He was getting picked up in like a body lock, like going over his head, and he just started to throw a punch. He didn't even realize he was in a body lock. He went flying, dude. But that was what, man? That was years ago. That was
2019, right?
Yeah. That was before.
Yeah.
That was way before COVID. That was before they tore down all that stuff. And I'm sure he's improved a lot. I know he's a blue belt in jiu-jitsu now. I know he's been doing a lot of jiu-jitsu. I don't know how his stand-up is though. His stand-up was weak before, so I'm sure he's been shoring it up. So I'm sure this is going to be a really exciting fight, and it's going to be novice rules, right? Correct?
Yeah, he's only had one fight, right? One fight.
Yeah.
One MMA fight.
Do you think that helps you or hurts you since you've seemed to have a little bit of problems on the ground with some of your opponents?
I felt like the last fight, it kind of hurt me because there was no ground and pound.
Yeah, dude, you had him on the ropes.
Yeah, I got a little excited on that one, and he got me in the second round. But that really bothered me for a while afterwards.
Yeah,
but it happens. I learned from it.
It's gonna come for you, man. You're the person I want to see get a win in K-4 more than anyone else that we've had on this podcast. Dude, you work so hard and you're so tough. We're gonna keep getting you back in here to get some wins. And then
we're gonna keep going. Got all year.
We're saving the knockout king. We got Cory Pipher. You're taking on Greg Canapero from Ruvolo Gym. What do you know about him?
We watched some of his fights there on YouTube. That's all I really know about him. We just kind of watched his old fights and I've planned accordingly.
Cool. So I had two guys from his gym come into my academy right the day before the last K-4, and they bought two rash guards. They were like a little special needs or something, and they're like, "Oh, we're so excited to see them." So they just came in to buy rash guards, and I told them they could come back for free the next day if they wore their rash guards. And so they wore my gym rash guard to the fights, and then they came in the next day and they were pretty bad. So if they're any indication of how their gym is, I think you're gonna do pretty well this time.
Well, thank you.
You fought probably one of the best guys that we've ever had in the cage, and DeMonte Wilson. How was that fight?
My first fight?
Yeah.
Monte Wilson. It was it lasted less than a minute, but it was an exciting minute for me, for sure. I don't know. It was, the first fight, being backstage, going in there. It's all weird. It was.
It is. I don't want you to get down on this fight because he's probably one of the best athletes and one of the best fighters that we've had in K4 that's not professional. So, like, you came in and you fought this guy as a debut, and this guy is like training with very high level pros. Like, he's one of the best guys, and we've been trying to get him back. So we always talk about him on the podcast. But dude, you went out there and you threw hands with him, and then the next fight you did the same thing, and you came out on the other end. You're a super exciting fighter for K4. We love to see that.
Oh yeah.
That attitude they have, like, you're gonna go out on their shield whether you win or lose, dude. And it reflects on Travis too, and I'm sure it's gonna reflect in Christine.
For sure.
Can you give a little reflection on what it's like for you on fight day? What do you feel when you go in there and then the door locks and it's time to fight?
The first fight, I didn't really feel anything because it was all so new. I guess I didn't really know how to respond to it. And the second fight, I was more nervous for that than anything I've ever been. And the fight was kind of in between, I'd say. I'm hoping this fourth fight I'll kind of use that energy.
Yeah, I think you channeled it really well both fights. We talked about it off air. I thought you did an amazing job in your last fight. You said you felt like your body was a little bit off, but you got taken down. And the guy is obviously very skilled at jiu-jitsu, and he passed your guard pretty easily. And then you re-guarded him, and he passed your guard again, and you re-guarded him. He couldn't make any progress on you. And that happened over and over again, and you try to take him out on the feet. Like, that's a boring fight for the fans. It's a boring fight for you. It's a good fight for him because it's a good win because you're a quality opponent.
Thank you.
What did you feel about that fight?
It was disappointing. Him doing the same thing over and over again, it working, and me not being able to, get up or do anything. Not a single punch was landed, which was disappointing for me. It wasn't, I didn't get beat up, so that's good. But both losses, they hit me pretty hard.
Do you feel like you would ever fight like that, where you would just pass the guard and not really look for a finish, or are you like kind of an action fighter?
No, I'd want to finish every time if I can.
You like Ray? Ray likes the leg kicks.
Yeah.
I don't like the idea of like playing to win the round or something. I feel like if we're fighting, we should be trying to get finished at all times. But that's what I think about it.
All right, going back to you, Christine. How was your clinch?
It's good.
Is it good?
Yeah.
You guys work a lot.
We've been working it.
We're like right on each other. You guys work a lot of clinch over there? Because you got a lot of MMA guys, so I'm sure you spend a lot of time in the clinch. It's a little bit different MMA though, when they can do the takedown.
Yeah, it's definitely different. I say clinch work isn't something we work hard here all the time, but we've been working it heavy a couple months, knowing that I'm likely to do Muay Thai, so getting ready for that.
Yeah, they have some good clinchers at their gym. So Dylan Tharp, who fights on K4, he's also on this card. He's got a super good clinch. Abbas has shown a lot of improvements in his clinch. Their coach has fought in UFC. He's got a really good clinch. They do a lot of clinch fighting. So this could play a factor in your fight. That's why I'm asking you about it.
Yeah, good. I've been working the clinch with Pete. He's teaching me a lot. I'm ready for it. Let's go.
How's your leg kick?
Strong.
Good.
Yeah.
Travis, how's her leg kicks?
They hurt too. Yeah, they do. Yeah, they hurt too.
I wouldn't be doing any clinch with these MMA guys. They get their hips really far back. Yeah, I keep those hips tight. So make sure you're getting clinch rounds in with guys that fight Thai, because the hips is different. It's a lot different than MMA.
Sure.
All right, let's start to get some predictions for your fight. Corey, how do you think your fight is gonna go down this time?
I think I'm gonna knock him out. Personally, I think that's how it's gonna go. He might take me down at some point, but I think I can get back up.
Yeah. And you think you're gonna knock him out? What round do you think you're gonna knock him out in?
I don't know, maybe second or third, probably.
I like that answer. I like that. So I asked this question a lot. And it's one of the questions I ask every fighter because I always want to see what they're gonna say, and that's a good answer. I hate the people who are like, I see it, I'm gonna win, and like how I don't know, I'm gonna win. Like let you know how you're gonna win. Like it shows that you have a game plan established and what you want to do in the fight, and I think that's really good to see. Christine, I'm gonna move that question over to you. How do you think your fight is gonna go, and what's your prediction for it?
I'm gonna bring it hard from the start. Just go. Just heavy blows, one after another. See what happens. I got a lot of faith in, just God's plan. So we'll see. Whatever he has lined up for me, I'm ready for it. No fear.
I like that answer. Same question to you, Travis. How do you see your fight ending? Don't say
I
I'm
win.
hard.
I win. No. I win. I say win.
All right, what round and how?
Second round knockout.
I'm gonna say
I
I
first
say
round
that because I
knockout.
don't know how it's gonna go. I don't know how he fights. Fill him out. First round knockout. I'll fill him out for a little bit and see how it goes from there. But I'm gonna go for the knockout. Not gonna go for a submission. I'm actually gonna stay away from the whole jiu-jitsu game. I know that's where he's good at, he's a blue belt in that area. So I'm gonna stay away from that area. I'm pretty decent at jiu-jitsu too, but I'm not. It's not really. Hasn't been my forte since I started fighting K-4. It's been my downfall so far. So I'm
Yeah, he does.
gonna beat him
He does a
standing
lot
up.
of gi. I always see him in the gi. I think it's going to be hard to translate his style of jiu-jitsu to the cage, but we'll see. Ray, why do you have so much hate for Travis's opponent there?
I don't hate him. Hey, I'm just going by what I see in techniques and stuff like that. So I saw his last MMA fight, and I think Travis got this.
Yeah, I think this is the most fair matchup Travis ever got. I think this is the first
Right.
time you're probably the favorite.
Yeah, that's why I
Christine,
say first round knockout.
yeah, it's hard to say if you're the favorite or the underdog because I've never seen the two of you fight. And man, Cory, like I don't think you're ever going to be the underdog, but you're the guy that's like one of the hardest guys to bet on because you go for it all, dude. Like you should be one of the fan favorites in K4, and I'm glad we got you on here so I can let the fans hear from you and see because dude, you're the fan that everyone likes. You just go out, or you're the fighter that every fan should will like because you go out there and you're just trying to get the win, dude, and you go for it, and you go out on your shield, you throw, they throw, and someone falls down, and this like some of the most exciting fights that we've had in K4, and I know when I see you on the card, like that fight is going to be a good one, and it's easy to do the write up for you. It's easy for all that stuff because you're an exciting fighter.
Thank you.
Yeah, Cory, you fight tough fighters, bro.
Yeah, they've been giving me. I'll take whoever. I'll take whoever.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to build you up a little bit. We got to get you some.
Yeah, you're
really
a tough guy, bro. Definitely tough.
So we want to like build you up. Like, we got to get you good fights, get you in title hunt and sell some tickets and grow you, dude. Because like you got the look too, man. You look so cool. You look scary when you fight, but you look pretty cool just in your UFC hoodie. You look good, man.
I got a haircut today just for this.
Nice, dude. Ray got a haircut too. He got the one hair he's got on his head cut.
Oh, you mean, man.
What got you into fighting, Christine?
I used to watch UFC every day years ago. I love Chuck Liddell, Chris Lieben. They were two of my favorite fighters back in the day.
That's funny because I was gonna say he's just like Chris Lieben, but I didn't want to like. I know the end of his career didn't turn out so good, so I didn't want to insult you. But you're like prime Chris Lieben, so I'm glad you would catch that reference.
Yeah, I've always loved UFC, and I thought about getting into it for 2 years before I actually came. And it was just the right timing. It's my passion. I can't picture life without it.
So I'm gonna walk it back a step for everybody. How did you find Art of Combat, Jim, Travis?
A long time ago, 2016. I kind of just walked into this promotion, this fight card, with nothing. Just walked in. That's how I met Eric. I fought on his card. No training, whatnot. And then he went to the locker room after that. After my first fight, was like, "Hey, practice tomorrow." And that's when he was in Elmira. So I just kind of been around with him since then.
Same thing
Yep.
for you, Corey. How did
But
you?
2016, I just kind of wanted to fight.
Same question to you, Corey. How did you find the gym?
I was just looking up gyms near me, and this was, right after COVID, and a lot of stuff was shut down. And this was the one that happened to be closest to me, and I think I'm pretty fortunate where I ended up. But
you guys,
it
all,
was, oh,
you
sorry.
guys all started at the same time, pretty much.
Christine and I did about a month apart,
Yeah.
and then Travis came back. I don't know,
A couple months in.
Yeah, like maybe 7 months ago, maybe. Yeah, 7 months ago,
Really?
something like that.
feels like he's
It
been
was
here.
what 20.
7 months.
A little there.
Damn.
7
So
or
you went
8.
that 7 months.
Yeah, take yeah. Was my fight was in August, right? Right, August on the August card, maybe.
Yeah.
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 Just like a couple months before that. Yeah.
Really?
Holy
So a
shit.
couple months before August.
Feels like you've been with us the whole time.
Damn, 7
I know.
7 months, and you got like what, 4 fights? Jesus.
Yeah. I try to get as many as I can. And I want to fight as much as I can. I want to just keep it coming. I like it when they're close together because I'm already down in weight. I'm already ready to roll. I still got the feeling from the last fight in me. I'm ready to roll.
Man, for 7 months, I'm actually kind of impressed by your jiu-jitsu. I kind of thought it was like a liability for you, but for 7 months, dude, you're not bad, really.
Yeah, I never did jiu-jitsu. Literally, yeah, 7 months ago. I wrestled.
Uh-oh, lost him.
Oh,
When the internet gets bad, you know where they're about to go. He must have that 765 internet down there.
Dial up.
Yeah, he got America Online. Hopefully he's back. We did a whole podcast with him. He's a very interesting guy, man. What's
Yeah.
it like training with a wild guy like that?
he's nice. He's nice
Yeah.
with us. No, Travis is great. He's a really tough guy. I've gotten him in submissions that I would have gotten anybody else in, but somehow he finds a way to just power through and get out.
Yeah, he's a super tough guy.
Yeah.
How's your jiu-jitsu? How long have you been training?
I'm getting close to 2 years now.
Damn. Are you belted or?
Yeah, I'm a blue belt right now.
Damn. Man, no wonder you got retention so good. It was really good. I was very impressed by it. You did a lot of good framing, a lot of good getting your hip back in. Like I was very, very impressed by your jiu-jitsu. I don't know why I didn't notice that your jiu-jitsu was so good the first time that you were on the ground, but man, it was really good. I was super impressed, especially if you felt shitty. Like that's a really good performance.
Thank you.
Yeah, I see guys every day. I see so much in them that in each fight you don't get the chance to see all their skills, all their variety, everything they can bring to it.
Do you think you're gonna get lost in light? You are in a gym with guys that have lots of fights, lots of first fights too, and you were there for, I don't know if you were there, but they've experienced these first fights while you've been with them. Do you think that prepares you better to get in there for your first fight?
Absolutely. I know how it goes. I've seen it happen. I've seen the ride, so I definitely think it prepares me to understand what I'm getting into, and yeah, for sure.
She's been to all my fights.
Yeah.
And she went to Travis's last fight, and she was in the back room last fight.
Yeah.
So she has a lot of secondhand experience. It would help.
That's awesome. I think it's really important. I try and get my guys that are going to fight. I try and get them back in the corner so they can see what goes on in the backstage, how long you have to wait back there, and how you're like, oh man, I wish this fight would just start. And then like you're ready to deal with it when you go in there, because when the anxiety is high, it feels even longer. You know, like
Yeah,
because,
tucked in that room, just
yeah.
in there.
And there's always one guy that's got really bad BO too. Like it's always terrible back there, man. Like, whew. And you got the one coach when you're over there looking and like, man, that guy is not going to do good. Like you go to amateur shows, there's always one of those. There's always a bad smelling guy, and then there's always like the team that's really tight and like they're loose and they look good on the pads, and you're like, oh man, I hope not fight one of them guys. And like there's just so much stuff going on for people who have never fought in the back. Like it's crazy. And then like you're literally sitting next to the person you're gonna fight in hours. Like when you go to the rules meeting, like you're all in the same room, and then you go out, and then you're in the locker room, but they're like right next to you, but not really. And that's only because K-4 actually has separate locker rooms. Like you fight Gladius or something, and you're in the same room right next to each other. It's a really crazy experience.
It's such a sensory deficit being in that back room, and then once you go out there, it's like an overload because it's such like the exact opposite of sitting back there. So
I've never been back in the backstage when the fight's going on yet. Actually, I was, but I don't really remember it. Can you hear the cage when you're in the locker room?
No, we can't hear anything back there.
Yeah, so you don't hear it until you walk out and you're stage then. So for you guys that don't know what we're talking about walking out on stage, a fight happens and then the next fight is walk down the cage. So they're standing outside of the arena or the venue, depending on what the arena is. And they're just waiting for the fight to end. And this is the first time you are allowed out of the locker room, because you're not allowed out without escort, and you're not allowed to eat food, you're not allowed to drink energy drinks or coffee or anything. You're only allowed like food or water that the promotion provides. So when you walk out, it's like, oh my God, I'm back in real life, and that can hit pretty hard. New York City is greater than Buffalo pizza. I don't know. Oh, you gotta get back to Justin T. Manning. He's looking for a pizzeria, by the way. Greg, you left him on read. You're a jerk. I just said that to everyone that's watching. Now they all know you left Justin on read. Justin is the guy that does the ring announcing for us. He is amazing. You can hear it down the hallway after the kitchen. Yeah, you can, right? Like when you come down and you hear that crowd.
Yeah, that's true.
You guys got anyone to plug for sponsors?
No, I don't.
What was that? Shout out to sponsors.
Yeah, shout out to sponsors.
Yeah, shout out to CT Graphics and Vanderbilt LLC. Vanderbilt LLC for all your home needs, remodeling, roofing, decks, you name it, they do it. CT Graphics, wraps, windows, tint, powder coating for your rims, they do it all.
Nice. We're all gonna need some body work on our cars after this winter, so definitely go check them out. You can get a wrap and cover up all the dents.
Yeah.
All right, so I got a couple plugs.
Shout out to Upstate Shredding. And what's that propane? What's our propane company?
Suburban Propane.
Suburban Propane. Upstate Shredding. 2 different companies. Local.
Is that who heats your gym?
Yep.
You should ask them to get a little more propane so you turn the heat up. You can spread out the pounds.
Hey, the cold is good for your growth hormones. We don't mind.
Yeah, you can go out and roll in the snow and then come back in the heat. That's even better. All right, so I wanted to make sure that we plug the fighters. So if you're going to attend this K4 event, if you put in K4 RUVOLO, you're going to be supporting Travis. Same thing for Christine. I don't have your name in front of me though, so can you spell it out for the people that are just listening?
Last name CURTIS, Curtis.
So it's spelled just like it sounds. There's no weird letters in it. Like you always gotta be careful. And then make sure you add a K-4 before it. And then Pipher. How do I say name? I'm sorry, Don.
Pipher.
Pipher. Pipher.
Yep, that's right.
Yeah, and make sure you guys put K-4 with no spaces in it. When you buy the tickets, there's a thing that says summary. Click summary and put in that promo code with the fighter's name, and then they'll get credit for the tickets. These guys do not make money. We're going to talk about that in a second, so people feel bad and they buy tickets from you. But these guys, they don't get paid to do this. They're doing this for the love of the sport. And anything we can do is an amazing thing. So like, I don't know how much you get, 10 or 15 or 20% of the ticket, something like that. I think everyone's different depending on how many tickets you sell. But definitely hook these guys up, especially if you guys are coming from our combat. Just spread it around so everyone gets some tickets, or put it all together and then split it yourselves. So then it's easier. Cory, what do you do for a living, and how do you make ends meet while you're doing all this training?
I'm a burial vault delivery driver. So when someone dies, they have to be buried in this, concrete box. So I bring the box, I put in the hole, I set up the funeral, and I put the body in the hole, and then I put the lid on the box. That's pretty much my whole job.
Ray, you needed to get hooked up with Cory.
Yeah, get rid of a body.
So I'm at funerals like 5 days a week, basically.
Man, well, that's kind of sad, actually.
You get used to it. It doesn't.
Yeah.
Sometimes it gets me, but very rarely.
Yeah, that's tough, man. That's pretty cool. And how many hours do you do that a week?
It can range from 20 to 40. It just depends on how many funerals we get.
Yeah, so you're hoping for dead people all the time. Like, man, I could use some hours. I hope some people die. That's morbid, but I mean,
I'm looking forward to this spring. There'll be lots of them.
yeah. And then, oh man. And then, how many hours a week do you spend training?
I'm in here every day, 3 hours. If I have the day off, I'll come in the morning. I'll do an hour or two.
So like what is that? Like 21 hours a week, pretty much. So almost the same amount that you work.
I guess so, yeah.
Yeah, and then you don't get paid for those hours. Like you could be improving yourself. Like it's crazy. Like you are improving yourself. I mean, like you are improving yourself to fight, but I mean you could be improving your situation in life, and you're using this to improve your situation in life. Is that what you're looking to do? Is be a pro?
I'd like to, yeah. I think that'd be amazing.
Yeah. Well, we got to get you calmed down a little bit so that you're a little bit less fan favorite and a little bit more like the guy that's stolen the win. But we'll get you there. Don't do that. You got to fight the way that you're built to fight, and like just keep doing what you're doing. That was just a joke. That's not a criticism at all. And then Christine, what do you do for a living?
I'm the director of the Tioga County Industrial Development Agency here for the county. So I incentivize businesses to come here and create jobs. We do a lot of things. So I work, 9 to 5. I do the office work, paperwork, out there incentivizing businesses, giving out loans, all kinds of stuff.
Man, you seem too smart to be a fighter. I don't know how you got
No.
this ring. 9 to 5. Jeez, you got like a regular work job. And then how many hours a week do you train?
I'd say 2 hours a day, 6 days a week for sure. So there's 12, and then sometimes throw in some extra. So maybe, anywhere from 12 to 20, probably.
12 to 20. So that's a 60-hour week you're pulling every week too.
Oh yeah.
And then like you're not getting any money for the hours that you train.
That's
so
right.
like that's tough. And not only that, you're like 150-pound girl in there with savages like Cory over there trying to punch you in the face. Like, man.
Yeah, life is good. Life is good. It's busy. Weeks fly.
Yeah.
Sundays I get a little rest in, try to get a little caught up on my housework, stuff like that, because it's the days just flying.
So you probably have the most professional job of like most of the people that we interview. What's it like when you walk into work with like a black eye or like a busted up nose or tooth is like a little wiggly in there? Like,
Yeah, I got my whole. So I work for a board of 7 people, and they get a kick out of me coming to a board meeting with my black eye. It's good. They like it. I don't know that they understand it. They might think I'm a little crazy, but they got used to it.
I think every one of us that get in a cage to fight another human being, we're all a little bit not right. So nothing wrong with that. Like it takes all kinds for the world to go around. And I think we're living more like people should live. But
Yeah.
we're definitely different from the regular crowd of people. And
No
then
doubt.
Travis, I know we talked about this a lot, but what do you do for a living, and then how many hours a week do you train?
Spray title spray dryer. What I make armor piercing bullets, drone killers, saw tips, that type of thing. I mix up the powders and the metals and mix it up.
So you guys, your jobs kind of work together then.
Yeah.
Travis kills people. Corey Bears, come on
Yeah.
down. Come play.
Man, our
Yeah.
combat is set up. We're digging deep, right? We're finding out some things that we shouldn't be broadcasting on air, probably.
Right.
We should talk about this in the green room. When I said, like, is there anything you guys don't want to talk about? Just like murder people and taking the bodies away is probably one of the things you guys should have said. And then how many hours a week do you work, Travis?
Average. Give it. It's really kind of give or take, but we'll just like average it. We'll just say like 50 hours a week.
Yeah, and then you train 20 something on top of that, plus your runs, and then everyone's got to leave. When you leave, what's going on with that? Like, so like,
Nah,
oh, we
that's
traded those
a
cars,
lie.
got to go to work.
Early.
Yeah, they're still. I left there at 7 o'clock. They're still there. They're hanging out.
Man, did you wait all this time for me?
We got some food.
Oh, okay. Like
Working out until like 8 and 8 a bit.
yeah, because we can like anytime you want to do this podcast, you guys are more than welcome to come back. Especially like you're always welcome, Corey. You fought so many times. Anytime you got something that you want to say or you got something that you want to pump, please reach out to the podcast, man. I really appreciate your style of fighting, and me and Ray love you to death. We talk about you're one of the fights that we talk about all the time. That we want to pump up. So Ray's a big fan of you too. He likes guys that get knocked out and do the knocking out too. So I like guys that choke people, but it is what it is. Ray's a striking guy.
I mean, I like guys that come to fight.
Yeah.
So
Is that why you don't like Anthony Rowe? Why don't you like Anthony Rowe?
come on.
Is Anthony Rowe watching right now?
He is not
Probably
watching
not no
right
more.
now.
Probably not no more.
I'm sure he will watch this though.
What up, Anthony?
just to be fair, I had this giant thing on Facebook with him too. So I don't want to rehatch it. We kind of buried it a little bit, but I had a big showdown with Rowe on social media as well. If you want to go back and look, it's still there. But he's definitely been working on jiu-jitsu a lot, and man, I can't wait to see this fight too. Hopefully, we'll get him on and he can talk too, and then you guys can watch.
Yeah,
It'll be interesting.
Do that.
I don't know who Damon is. I want to see Caveman get back in the ring. He got some fight left in him, I think. I don't know who you are, but what's that? That's one of your guys?
That's my uncle.
Yeah. I'll definitely get in the ring. I try and invite the K-4 guys to come punch me in the face. I'll still talk about that Facebook fight. I don't want to get into it, but there was some stuff with a gi and that person right there, and I don't know. I'm not gonna get into it because I said I wouldn't anymore to his instructor, so I'm gonna be nice. You guys got anything else you want to say? Like I'm zipping my mouth right now, so I don't get myself in trouble.
No.
And I would love to get back in the ring too. There's some people I think I could fight. I talk to Ray about it every now and then.
I got something to say. Alyssa, Party, you watching this? We're about to have some fun.
Yeah, I love that. I love that. I don't think Greg's gonna watch it. He didn't get back to me on Facebook, so I'm not sure how he is. I'm sure Ro will watch it too. So if you got anything to say to him, feel free, Travis.
Let's try to get him tomorrow, Caveman.
What's that?
Let's try to get him in tomorrow on the podcast.
Yeah, we should have Dylan Tharp after the Bills game, hopefully on Sunday.
Okay.
So we'll try and get that too. And I want to thank you guys. Art of Combat. You want to give a big shout out to all your coaches too? Like I know we didn't talk about them so much. So why don't you talk about your coaches and what they do for you guys?
Yeah, love all 3 of them to death. Eric Gillette kicks the shit out of me. He punches the fuck out of me, and I love him for it. Pete comes at me hard with the clinch practice and the jujitsu. Like, he'll just plow into me like nobody else does. Show me the power, what it feels like. Paul is so sharp, like with the duck in, like I just love all 3 of them. They're so good, so sharp.
Awesome. And then you got anything you want to add to all those guys? I know Gillette. Gillette's the only guy I know, and he's a hell of a guy. So like you're in good hands there. So you got anything to add, Corey?
Eric's with us every day, always showing us stuff. And Paul's been coming in. He's been really helping me with my wrestling. And Pete does really weird jiu-jitsu locks that prepare me, I guess.
Really weird, huh? I got to get into that. How's it really weird?
I was in like Neon Belly. He'll as soon as he grabs something, I immediately have to get him off me, because a wrist, a toe, he'll just snap anything that you let him grab. He's
You guys
Sound like a caveman.
Sound like a what?
Sound like a caveman?
It sounds like a good old man there. The wrist locks and toe locks.
Yeah. Sounds like
Nice.
Mike Schultz. Mike Schultz gets a hand on you and taps out. One of the nicest guys in MMA, Mike Schultz. You guys try primarily no-gi, right? So like,
yeah.
yeah.
Basically just no-gi every day. Sometimes I'll wear it just because some like new people come in, they'll get a gi or something, and Eric might want me to have a gi on, but otherwise it's no-gi every day.
Yeah, that's awesome. That's a good training for you, especially since you fight. Travis, anything you want to add about the coaches?
I wouldn't be fighting without them. That's it. That's all.
I know they
I'm grateful
brought
for
you in.
every
Like
one of 'em.
you fought for the show, and then all of a sudden you're in the gym. Like that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he came right up. He came right up to me. I didn't know him. I didn't know him at all. That's that's why when I got back into it, I went to him. Yeah, he came right up to me. That
Are
was
you
it.
guys still doing the Art of Combat promotion?
He's gonna start it up again next year.
Okay, when you guys if you guys get it going up, I'll interview some of the guys for the fights, like do the headliners. Anything you guys want to help you guys out. Like I appreciate you guys coming on the podcast. I want to get back to you guys a little bit.
Ooh, thank you.
Yeah, no problem, man. And man, I can't wait to see you guys fight. January 27th, so we're 10 days out.
Yep.
10 days out. Thank you guys for coming in 10 days out. I didn't realize it's so close already. Feels like it's still like 3 weeks away. I can't wait to see you in the cage, Corey. I know it's going to be an exciting fight. It's always exciting. Travis, I hope you get your first win and you don't end up with something broken and stick him in the
Thank
eye
you.
with the bone that's sticking out and finish the fight that way. Like whatever you got to do, dog. Like you're like the guy, like you get Kimura and your like shoulder pops out and it's sticking, you're like shoulder bumping
Yeah,
him with the bone sticking out.
Put it back in.
Yeah, like dude, you're crazy. And Christine, I can't wait to see you fight, man. Like the girl fights almost always steal the show. And so we always want to see more girl fights on the card, and it's amazing. I don't mean the women fights, like I don't mean to be disrespectful. But like the girls always steal the show.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. So we will see you guys on the 27th. Remember, when you order your tickets online, go to the there's a summary part. Click the summary, and then put in K-4 and the fighter's last name, so that they get credit for the ticket sales. It really helps these guys out. We already talked about how many hours they work and how much time we spend in the gym unpaid every week. Just imagine putting in with two month camp is over 100 hours. So like way more than 100 hours, like 200 hours if you're doing like 2 days. So it's a lot of time to put into a camp to fight for free. So do everything you can to help these guys out. And we at Caveman's Corner, we try and help the fighters out. So we give away $100 for fight of the night, at least $100 for knockout of the night, and then we're gonna give $100 to submission of the night. So fight of the night, both participants receive money. Knockout of the night, not the person that dished out the knockout gets paid, and then submission of the night, the person that gets a submission gets paid as well.
That's a little money.
What's that? I didn't hear what you said.
I
What'd
said
you
I
say?
could use a little money.
Yeah, get a good knockout, man, for
Get
sure.
it?
We love to give you money. We love to see all you guys take it. Like fight of the night is a good one too. Like the girls could definitely take fight of the night usually.
Yeah.
If you're fighting with headgear on, you're probably not gonna get knocked out of the night unless you're fighting Skylar and the headgear doesn't fit right and you get kicked in the head and he goes down. But
I don't know. We'll see.
well, but man, you can put on some very exciting fights, and we're gonna try and raise some extra money so we can give away more. We've given away more before, but like this is I have $400 that I give away, so then I add the rest of the money to it. So hopefully I can raise some more money. Like it's tough now. We're doing a lot more shows, so I'll do my best. I'll try and get you guys as much as I can. I know it's hard work. But thank you guys for coming in. And if you guys are in, where are you guys located? The gym, Art of Combat?
Owego, New York.
Owego, New York.
Yeah, so if you're close to Owego, go check out Art of Combat. You can just search online. It comes up really easy. It's on Facebook. It's really easy to find. So check them out. And thank you guys so much for being on the podcast. And we will be back as soon as we can. And we're out.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.